No, everybody in their seats. Thank you, Jessica. All right, get back to your seats and get quiet. All right. Today we're going to continue on with our study over the and we're studying plants and the scientific method. And today we have done a lot of different things with the scientific method. Who can tell me all the different things we've done? We've done different things with plants. Let's start off with plants. What's some things we've done with plants? Jaden.
You put one in the box.
We put one in a box. What did I do with it though? What was that a part of?
We were doing testing the sunlight.
We were testing. Can you think about it a little bit better or come up with a better sentence? We were what? What exactly did we do? You were right on it.
Testing the sunlight to see if it would die or too much light would kill it and too less light would also kill it.
So we were testing to see if sunlight affects plants what? Plant growth. So we learned. So we had to know a lot about things about plants before we could do that, right? Mm-hmm. Who can identify or tell me the different parts of the plant? Let's see. Nolan. What's one plant part? Stem. Leaf. What does the stem do?
Carries water to the leaves.
Carries waters up to the leaves. What do the leaves do?
It makes food for the flower.
Through what process?
The water.
No, you said it. The sun. What was that called?
Photosynthesis.
Yes. Great job, Ethan. Let's see. Zach, what's another part of the plant? We've got the stem. We've got the leaves. The roots. What do the roots do? Yes. What does it get from the soil? And nope. What was it? Minerals through the dirt. Yes, you're right. Just be confident in your answer. You were right. Okay, number 3. Who's number 3? All right. So I've got the roots, the stem, the leaves. What's another part of a plant? We got the roots, the stem, the leaves. Now I need the flower. What does the flower usually contain?
Nectar.
Yep, that's where they do have different things. We talked about those bees. Let's see, Chaslin. What does plants produce in the flower? Seeds. We got them. And then also from flowers on some plants we get fruits. Yes, and we talked about that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You all right, Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the scientific method, and I'm going to get back to you all doing the experiment. And I want you to tell, Miss Tina hasn't really been in here a lot when we got to do the act like a scientist and stuff. So who can help Miss Tina explain this through? I can act like a scientist. So we're going to go through what? What's it called?
The scientific method.
The scientific method. So I can act like a scientist. What's the step 1? Let's see. Trinity. Ask the question. But what do we ask a question about? Things that we observe, right? Things that we are observing. What do we usually use to observe? The 5. Is it the senses? It's the 5 senses. You're right. 5 senses. So what are they? Everybody. No, name them. See. There you go. What's step 2 of the scientific method? Hypothesize. So, who can explain this a little better to get into this? Let's see. Caleb. When we observe and ask questions, what are we observing and asking questions about? Stuff. What exactly? What does it depend on? what are we observing and questioning today? And what exactly in science? What exactly are we experimenting? What is it? What's our unit of study? And what are they called? Plants. Yes. So he just told us we have to look and we have to observe and question our things. And then we can... 21. After we ask questions, what are we going to do? We're going to test a question. Because we have to ask questions and we're testing them. Alright. Who can tell me after we've got our question and what we think our guess to that question is? Let's see. Number 10. Observe. Ask the question. Hypothesize. We just proposed an answer. And then what are we going to do? Ethan, can you help him out?
Look at the results.
Nope, we've proposed an answer. Our answer to the question. And then we have to test the question. So that's when we actually get to do our experiment. Last, what we're going to do in the song? Test the question. Then we're going to look at the results. And then what's the last thing we get to do?
Tell them what you learned.
Tell them, Caitlin, what we get to do? Tell them what you learned. And we talked about this. We're going to get to do all these different types of things today. Are we going to be able to do all of these today in the scientific method? Why not?
Because we want to
Let me see this for a second.
we only have a certain amount of time.
We don't have to leave a certain amount of time. Should we rush the planning process?
No.
Should we just not be very clear and just write simple stuff down and not?
No.
Why?
Because we have to actually let it grow.
Yeah, we have to have actually time to do the experiment and do it right. Okay, so when we do all this experiment, what exactly are we hoping to figure out today? What's the goal of it today? Why are we doing this today? What's our objective for this lesson? We talked about it earlier. Nolan, do you know? Hey, Brandon, we're not touching that. Jaden, can you help him out?
We're testing flowers.
What exactly are we going to test? We're going to test with flowers. And I have guided you through experiment. I guided you with experiment, and we talked about eye test, the effect of sunlight on plant growth, like we talked about earlier. And what's another thing that we know after we've learned about all the parts of a plant, and we can label them? And what else do we know really affects plant growth? Number 14.
We're testing the water. See how much water that affects the plant growth.
We can test the water because we know there are a few things that affects plants and them to grow successfully. Sunlight,
Water,
and
plant growth.
we talked about it. You have to, not plant growth, but you have to have water, you have to have sun, and what we talk about out in those beds has to have minerals, dirt, and space. Yeah, it has to have room to grow, but it does have to have those minerals and all that stuff. And we're getting ready to divide up into groups, and we're going to think about what we're going to plan, how we're going to plan out this experiment. I've divided you up in groups, and I've already given you team jobs, okay? Real quick, what does if you're a team leader today, raise your hand. What do team leaders do? I need one person. Madison, will you tell me what the team leader does? Stay. They help everyone else stay on track. They're going to come. They're going to make sure they're not going to be bossy because we talked about it. Are good leaders bossy? No, absolutely not. What does a materials manager do? Who are my material manager? Let's see. Tiffany. They bring the materials to the people. Also, if they need anything, who goes and gets it? The material person.
Material manager.
I told him I couldn't use the word. You call someone it's just Grace. Mine's still not. Alright, material manager, you're going to get the materials. Anybody else need to be on the floor unless it's an emergency? No, me and Christine will be walking around. I'll be walking around. No need. Alright, who can tell me what the reporter is? Who's a reporter today? Yep. Alright. What is your job, Sophie?
Our job is to, when we get done there, our job is to tell about what we learned.
We tell them what we learned. We get to report. Where are we going to get to be reporting at? The meeting of
Scientists.
We're going to have a meeting of scientists, and we're all going to get to do that. All right, I have the last one. We've done the manager, we've done the reporter, we've done the materials manager, team leader. What about the last one? Who are the reporters? What is your job today, Nolan? We write down everything on our paper. Will everyone have a paper in front of them today? Yeah, we talked about because we want you to be able to follow along and have a guide. Natalie, please sit up. All right, I'm going to quit talking. Let you all get going. Like I said, Team 1, Group 1, Trinity Lane, Sophie, Greg, Madison, you're going to come back there. Group 2, Erilyn, Jaden, Brandon, Natalie, right up in here. 3, Chloe, James, Caitlin, Zach, that's there. Colson, Ethan, Jessica, Chaslin, you can go to the back table. Nolan, Tiffany, Caleb, and Lydia. Just as long as you all know, it's fine. Okay, can we get where we need to be? I will hand those to you. Okay. Wait, do you all know what you need? Okay, there you go, guys. And the last one is right back there. Okay. Now, real quick. Zach, you're over here. And the last group, who needs the flowers? Alright, freeze like a popsicle. Trinity, Wayne, Sophie, Greg, and Madison, you all back here? Oh, freeze, freeze. We can fix this. Trinity, Wayne, Sophie, Greg, Madison, you all are over there. Perfect. Erilyn, Jaden, Brandon, and Natalie, they're up here on the floor. Perfect. Chloe, James, Caitlin, and Zach, you're at this table. You're missing. Colson, Ethan, Jessica, and Chaslin, you are right here. And then Nolan, Tiffany,